I discovered Airalo around 2 years ago when I went to Singapore on a round the world trip, and I've been using it ever since. It's a super convenient way to make sure that you always have an internet connection, which is really important nowadays because you need data to do pretty much anything, like using Google Maps if you need to go somewhere, or researching which restaurants to visit, or even when you're in customs and you need to bring up your hotel and travel itinerary. So in this video, I'm going to go through a full Airalo review. So by the end of the video, you'll be able to buy an eSIM card before you even land in the country. So that way you won't have to worry about finding a SIM card when you land. I used to always get a SIM card whenever I landed at the airport, but there was this one time I got to New Zealand really late at night and everything was closed. So I planned to get my SIM card the next day, but unfortunately the next day was actually a public holiday, so everything was closed as well. Pablo and I planned to do an 8-hour long drive from Christchurch to Queenstown that day, so we really needed data to make sure that we didn't get lost. The only place that was open that day was a really small corner store, and before buying a SIM card there, we asked the owners if the SIM card had internet on it, and they said yes, but unfortunately as we put the SIM card in our phones, we realized that there was actually no internet or data at all on that SIM card. We ended up having to go to McDonald's to get free Wi-Fi, and eventually after many hours we did eventually find a SIM card shop that was open. I wish I knew about Airalo back then. It would have saved us a lot of time and money. So when Airalo wanted to reach out and sponsor one of my videos, I said yes, because it's honestly such a useful tool. It's much cheaper than using data roaming and it's a lot more convenient. And if you'd like to try Airalo out for yourself, you can use my code Queenie for $3 off. But before you even buy an eSIM, just make sure that your device is actually compatible with them. Here's a list of compatible devices. And make sure that your device is unlocked. Not unlocked with your PIN, but making sure that your phone is unlocked so you can use another provider. So this is how you do it. First you go to settings, and then go to general, then go to about, and then down to service. And as you can see here, it says no SIM restrictions, which is what we want to see. So now we've checked off those 2 points. This is how you can actually buy an eSIM with Airalo. First, get the Airalo app. You can buy a SIM card for specific countries like these ones, or you can buy regional eSIMs for different regions. And if you don't want particular regions, you can even buy global eSIMs. I'm actually going to Dubai really soon, so I'm going to search Dubai. And here it gives me a few different options. I can buy an eSIM just for Dubai, but I can also buy a regional eSIM for the Middle East and North America, or even a global eSIM. I'm just going to select the local eSIM. I'm going for 2 weeks, so I'm just going to get this 15-day plan, and I can always top up later. Okay, so I'm just going to do it. Verify your identity. For this eSIM, I just need to verify my identity, so I'm just going to do that. So now they've verified my documents, I can simply click on buy, and there you have it. I've just successfully bought the Airalo eSIM. So now that I've bought the eSIM, the next step is to install it, and I'll show you how. The great thing about eSIMs is because they're digital versions of your SIM card, you don't actually need to take out your existing SIM card and put a new one back in. And this is really handy when you're traveling because you won't be losing any SIM cards, since you can just keep your original SIM card in your phone. And even if you are traveling and your phone is lost or stolen, it's actually a lot easier to track down your phone if you have an eSIM installed. And another really great benefit is I can even set up the eSIM before I leave the country. This is how I can install it. I simply go to eSIM card details, view instructions. Here it gives me a few different options to install the SIM card. I can choose direct, QR code and manual. I'm just going to use direct, and then install eSIM. And I just simply follow the prompts, and that's how I activated my eSIM. So now I can just double check that the eSIM has been installed. I simply go to settings, then I go to mobile, and here I can see that there is a new eSIM installed, which is called personal. I'm just going to update the name of this eSIM so I don't get confused, and I'm going to call it Dubai eSIM Airalo. And since I'm in Australia still and I'm not in Dubai yet, I can simply switch off this line, and then once I land in Dubai, I can turn on this line to activate my eSIM. And if you want to keep track on how much data you use on your eSIM, you simply open the Airalo app, and then you can go to your eSIMs, and it will tell you how much data you've used and how much data you have remaining. And here you can also top up your eSIM if you need more data. And don't forget, if you would like to try Airalo for yourself, you can use my code Queenie for $3 off. Just keep in mind that you actually don't need that much data when you are traveling because you can always use your hotel's Wi-Fi or your Airbnb's Wi-Fi, and you can always top this up later on. Just make sure when you arrive in the country and you have activated your Airalo eSIM, make sure that this allow mobile data switching is switched off, so that way you won't need to pay your data roaming fees when you're traveling overseas. But you can still receive SMSs, which is especially handy if you have enabled two-factor authentication. And write us a comment below with the country that you would like to travel to next. Down in the comments below, we would love to hear from you. And don't forget to use my code Queenie for $3 off Airalo. Thank you. Bye.